right. Happy Tuesday. My name is Wendy Lee from CreativeLeeYours.com and excited that you're joining me today for our papercrafting fun. Looks like I left a door open. You've seen secrets into my photos, my photo booth. That's where I take my photos, right? All into that little cubby there. Works out great. Yes? All right. I am so excited to have you here with me today for our paper crafting fun. So my name is Wendy Lee from CreativeLeeYours.com, if you don't already know who I am. And I'm excited that you're joining us today. We are going to do a little bit of an easy peasy fun fold project that a beginner crafter can do, as well as an avid crafter. Wow, crafter. Lots of things going on in my head that I want to say, right? Okay, let's start off with, guess what I got in the mail? Yay, the new annual catalog. So this is our 2023-2024 annual catalog. So our current catalog, let's see if I've got one of those here as well, is getting ready to retire. So our last chance list is out. This is what it looks like, right? Our last chance list is out for our annual catalog, as well as the January, let me see if I've got that one too. Yes, the January to April mini catalog. So there's lots of great deals going on right now in the online store that you could take advantage of. Plus, I have my awesome April event going on, which is every April, I gift away items from my retired stash. So it is a good time. So you get them for free with your order. So every $25 you place before shipping and tax with me, you get to choose an item from my stash. Yay! You do have to pay shipping for me to send it to you, but you get the items for free. So shipping's no big deal, right? So it is on a first come, first serve basis. So if you want to get your order in and choose an item from my stash, you can do that. You can find that on my website at CreativeLeeYours.com. I think it's under the specials and events, but if you're on my email list, I email you guys all the stuff that's going on all the time. So definitely get on my email list if you're not already on there. Let's go ahead and switch the camera over and we're going to get started with today's crafty fun. Oh, sneak peek behind me. That is the next, that is our April Cultivated Creativity Kit. It is featuring the Conversation Bubbles, there we go, bundle. And that's sadly on the retiring list. I'm so sad to see that one go. So snag that one up, sign up for Cultivated Creativity. You can add the bundle to your kit as well. It saves you a little bit with shipping and tax on that, because we have worked it out so that that is an extra perk for you. Yes, for all of our subscribers. So registration for Cultivated Creativity closes on the 20th of the month. So if you're not yet a subscriber to that, come on, join, jump in, check it all out, see what it's all about. It is a subscription program, but you can cancel at any time, right? All right, let's switch over. Let's start playing. See who's here with me today. Always the screen freezes in the most awkward position that I can be in, right? Hey, Susan. Hey, Connie. So glad you guys are here today. So yes, let's get into today's project. So we are featuring, hopefully this is coming over. Let me make sure I am in camera. Hopefully this will switch over on the screen as well. A little bit of a delay, a little more than normal today. Sorry, getting a sip of water here. All right, so we are going to jump in. We are featuring the Country Bouquet stamp set and coordinating Country Bouquet punch. Love this one. You know, you look at it at first and you think Valentine's. It is so much more than Valentine's. It does have Valentine's in there, but you know, love, letting somebody know that you're thinking of them and love them all year long is great. So we're going to use that for a kind of an all occasions card today. And then I'm pulling in both of the coordinating papers. So we've got the Country Gingham, sadly retiring as well as the Country Floral. So I'm mixing and matching a couple prints from that today. So let me pull out, what did I do with our projects? It might be nice. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. So we're going to do this project here today. So we're going to recreate this one, which I think is super sweet. And I hope you guys like it. And it's a little bit of a fun fold from the perspective of it's not a full card front. So it's a cutaway, but I thought this was kind of fun with this little layer here. It looks a little more complex than it really is. And so it's a simple fun fold. Now, I did not make this one a pocket, but I'm going to show you how to switch this over to a pocket. So if you wanted to make this a gift card holder, you could easily change that as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But super simple fun card. But one of the things we're going to do differently today is if you've not experienced Maker's Mojo with me yet, I highly recommend you jump on in. If you are needing any creative inspiration, looking for tips and tricks, just want a couple of days of crafty fun, that is an awesome event, and I invite you to join us. So at the end of today's project, I'm going to show you some alternates. So one of the things we do with Maker's Mojo is we demonstrate a project. We talk about things like our design process, where our inspiration came from, tips and tricks that are going to help you as you go. And then we show you alternate projects. So the whole point is to be able to craft with what you have in your stash at home, right? Of course, you'll be inspired to buy some new products, probably. I know I always am. But you don't have to, and that's the beauty of it. We want you pulling those things off your shelf and using them. So hopefully you will determine that you want to join us. Hey, Shell, so glad you're here as well. All right, so let's get started with today's fabulous project. Let me move some things out of my way. I also am going to go through the retiring colors. So part of the new catalog, which I mentioned, right, that I got this in the mail today. So if you want one of these from me, I will send it to you for free if you've placed a $50 or more order with me in the last 6 months, but I need to know you want one. So you have to confirm that you want one. So just shoot me a note if you haven't already. If you're in my Forget Me Not Club, my Cultivated Creativity, Paper Pumpkin subscriber, any of those, you get one for free, whether you've placed an order or not. If you've not placed an order and you still want a catalog from me, you can get one. It will be $10, but you will get a coupon in there to redeem for $10. So you'll get your money right back. So, but you have to let me know you want one if you do want one. So I will be working on that later this week. So, all right. So we're going to show you some alternates like Maker Mojo style. I'm also going to show you retiring colors, because in that new catalog, we are getting a color refresh, which means we have a lot of things on the retiring list right now that are going away that are fantastic that you don't want to miss. All right, let's jump in. Let's get crafty with today's project. So this is our card that we're going to make. I'm just going to make the exact same one. So I've got a piece of thick, basic white cardstock. I like to use thick cardstock when I'm doing my card bases in white or vanilla. So this is actually, it was a half a sheet of paper and I cut 1 inch off the edge. So this is 7.5 by 5.5. And then I've scored it at 4 1/4. Okay. So super simple, but that makes it a fun fold because the edge is cut away. But this is the simplest fun fold you can do, right? I think so. Now we're going to start with the inside of our card, because as you can see, the inside is showing to the outside. To me, that is super fun as well. So we're going to start with the inside of our layers here. So I have got a piece of basic white. You could use thick white as well. I prefer to just use basic white when I'm doing something like this, but you don't have to. So let's stamp some little hearts right on there. So I'm pulling out Sweet Sorbet is my ink color of choice today. You could use Real Red. It would also coordinate fantastically with this if you don't have Sweet Sorbet. So just going to stamp those little hearts right there. Fast and easy. This way we bring our design to the inside, which I love. And then I'm going to adhere my strip of designer paper right to the bottom. Oh, wait, before I do that, let me erase that. I have an adhesive eraser. I almost jumped in wrong. Let me erase that. I didn't want to do that. I was going to show you how to make this a gift card holder. So when you're putting your designer paper down, you can adhere just the bottom and the sides to make a pocket instead of adhering it all the way down. And I meant to show you that. So I'm glad I caught that before I got too far. Hey, Sonia, so glad you're here. Oh, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the content that I'm sharing with you each Tuesday, please share that with your crafty friends. Invite them to come over and join us. I appreciate that. Give the post a thumbs up. That way I know which ones you like. Which kind of content you like the most. Leave me a comment, ask me questions. Any of those things are fantastic. I love it. All right. So I put a little bit of liquid glue, and you guys know liquid glue puts me over the edge, but I've got a little bit of liquid glue. I only did these 3 edges. We're going to let that completely dry. So we'll come back to this in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the layers down, and we're going to proceed. But at the very end, I've got to remember to come back and show you what I like to do when I create a pocket for a gift card. All right, and then we're going to layer this right on our sweet sorbet cardstock. So I will have the complete supply list and cut dimensions for this project. I'll update the video description. You just have to go in to show more to expand it, and then you'll scroll down, and then you'll see the complete supply list and the cut dimensions for today's project. That way you can recreate that on your own. So it'll take me a little bit right after the video I get on that. All right, so this is all adhered down. And as you can see, we can see a peeking of our designer paper on the front of our card. So fun. All right, now I've got another piece of designer paper and another piece of sweet sorbet. I'm going to go ahead and adhere these together. I told you guys, this is a fast, easy, simple card today. But I think it's got a lot of wow factor. And then wait till you see the alternates. I love the alternates as well. All right, and then I'm going to adhere this down to the card front. And I'm using sweet sorbet. Now I did the inside first, and here's why. Now I can just line this up right on that front edge and aligning it left and right to the layer on the inside. So now it's going to look like one big piece when I'm finished. Nice. I hope you like that. I love it. All right. So those papers, that designer paper was all from the Country Gingham. Now, this stripe that I'm choosing to use is from the Country Floral Lane. And of course, you could use any of the prints. I chose to keep this all in the red family, sorbet family here. But you could choose to do something different and mix it up a little bit. And you're going to see that on some of my alternates. All right. And then again, I'm going to put this flat. I know. Can you believe I'm putting something flat? We'll get to the dimensionals. I promise. Hey, Nancy. Surprised to see you today. I hope you're enjoying a day off or getting a good lunch break in. I'm happy to see you. All right. So that's kind of fun, right? You guys like that? I think it's unexpected to see that flap open like that. All right. So then we're going to work on the rest of the inside, or sorry, the front. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. What did I do with my ribbon? Oh no, did I forget my ribbon? Looks like I forgot to get a spool of ribbon. Is it somewhere close, or have I buried it? Oh, Wendy. Wendy. It was here. What have I done with it? We're on a little mission looking for the ribbon that I probably pulled out and then put back away. I did. I did exactly that. Pulled it out and then put it right back away. So I have actually an over the door, I think it was a shoe holder that I use to keep my ribbons in. And so they hang on a door on the other side of the room. So I'm taking this lovely burlap ribbon. So this comes in a 2-pack with real red and the burlap. And I'm just going to hold my end, and I'm folding it in half, and then I'm going to clip this. So this was the fold edge. And so I've made a little banner cut. So I'm going to come out, and I'm guessing here. It needs to be about 3 inches or so. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to come out, and I'm going to do the same thing. So this is my fold edge down here, and I'm angle cutting that to create a little banner. Kind of fun. And hopefully I didn't get it too short or too long. If I did, I did. We'll work with it. All right, so let's create our sentiment. So I'm going to pull in. I've already die cut a piece of Mossy Meadow with my stylish shapes dies. You guys know I love these. I use them all the time, and yay, they're staying. Yay. This makes me so happy. So there's still time to buy these. Yes, love that. All right, let's pull in my embossing buddy. Slide that over. Pull in our embossing buddy. And then I want to stamp my sentiment right on that banner with Versamark ink. Look, that's my messy Versamark pad. This is a well-loved Versamark pad. I've had it for a very, very long time. I cannot really see where I'm at here and if I'm straight, so let's hope for the best. But yes, that's a well-loved Versamark pad. So just know that you can continue to use your Versamark pad for a very long time, even when it gets a little funky looking. Okay. Now we're going to dip this into our white embossing powder. Are you guys fans of embossing? I'm a big fan of embossing, and especially when I can emboss a sentiment on a dark colored cardstock. That's very nice. Now, I don't have my tweezers from the Embossing Editions toolkit. I have misplaced those. So I'm using some other tweezers I have, but you can use any tweezers you want. I'm going to heat up the heat tool off camera. So I'm just turning it on, waiting for it to get a little bit warm before we start embossing our image. All right, and then bring my heat tool in and just pull that over. Hopefully you can see the magic happening. I'm just going to slowly move that across my cardstock as it melts my powder. Nice. Very, very nice. All right. Perfect. So I'm just going to run some adhesive on the back and then lay this on that ribbon that I have already misplaced. There it is. Oh, good. I think that's a pretty good size ribbon. I think I did pretty well. All right. And then I want to dimension this up on the front of my card base. So let's grab some of our dimensionals. You can use white ones. You can use black ones, whatever makes you happy. On this one, I'm going to use white ones. And since I'm not messing with different heights, I can put them wherever I want to on the back. I'm strategically placing them so that they're straddling that ribbon in hopes that if anything happened where the ribbon didn't stick later, that it would hold it in place for me. So let's kind of eyeball that. Pretty happy with that right there. Cute, 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 cute. We could be done, but we're not. We're not going to be done just yet. Let's come in and grab a scrap of, let's grab white first. So on my white scraps, I am going to stamp the leaves in Mossy Meadow. Now, if you wanted to use a foam pad under this, you totally could. If you're not getting good stamped images with your photopolymer stamps, definitely put a foam pad underneath and you'll get a little bit better result. Let's see if I can get both of these on this one. I want 2 sets of leaves. I'm going to bring in my punch. Let's get rid of that Mossy Meadow before I put my arm in it, because that is exactly what happens. So pulling my punch, I'm going to unlock it. That's going to expand it. This is the part I squeeze. This is where my paper goes. Okay. So I'm going to use it upside down so I can see. And then once you get it where you want it, I like to lightly squeeze and then grab 2 hands and give it a squeeze and punch those out. Now, if you've got trouble, and sometimes I do with my hands, sometimes my arthritis is really bothering me, you can lay this flat on the table and do the same thing. One of the things I love most about our punches, right? So get it where you want it. I'm having trouble seeing. And then I can just lean on this and punch that out as well. Cool. All right. And then to lock this, I will squeeze and slide that and it will lock it down in place. I'm not going to do that just yet because we're going to use it a couple more times. So I've got my 2 leaves. I'm going to bring in some scrap of this lovely fine shimmer paper. This is in the mini catalog and sadly is also on the retiring list. So I want 3 of these small hearts. And I can rotate this if I want to try to get the most use out of my paper, right? Do 3 small hearts. See how they nest together if you rotate it? Okay, so 3 small hearts. And then I need a little bigger scrap to do this larger heart. See if I can fit that in there. Barely fits, but I got it. I want 1 larger heart. Okay. Next, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Almost done with my component parts here. So now I want to stamp the hearts. And so I'm using this double heart here. I only need the larger heart though. So I don't even need to ink up that smaller heart. So I'm only going to ink up the top half. You could ink up both if you wanted and use it for another project. I'm just going to do that. We'll ink that up again. Let's go and just rotate that. Not that that really needs to be done, but I'm going to save a little paper. Maybe the leaves might cut into it, so it may not help, but we'll try it. And that was in Sweet Sorbet ink. Okay, so here again, we're going to slide this in. Get that where you want it. Give it a little squeeze. There's one heart. And we will grab the second heart. Perfect. And it cut the leaves a little bit. That's fine. That hurts nothing. So again, we're going to close this, slide that to lock it, and now this is ready to put back on my shelf. Easy peasy cleanup. Okay, so now we're going to start decorating. Before we do that, I'm going to go back to the inside because I'll forget if I don't. Hey, Janet, so glad you're here as well. And remember, we created a pocket with our designer paper here. So I'm going to slide my bone folder down in there and kind of give this a little bit of a rub. That's going to lift the paper ever so slightly. So now I can easily slide my gift card right down into that pocket if I wanted to do that. Again, you don't have to make that a pocket if you don't want to. I did not do that on the original project, but I thought it was a fun, way to show you how to change that up if you wanted to make something into a gift card easily. All right, so let's add one of our little hearts inside, and then our inside of our card will be 100% done. Just going to use a slight bit of liquid glue. And we'll lay that down in place. Perfect. And then we will come back to the outside. All right. So I'm going to dimension up these big hearts here. So let's pull those dimensionals back out. Where did I hide them? I pulled them out so I could get to them easily again. We know how that goes, right? All right. Let's start with our upper one. And we'll get these backings off. And I'm going to slide this right up in this corner. I'm going to kind of angle that a little bit. I want it off the edge of my designer paper a little bit, but I want to stay inside my card edge because I want to be able to pop this one into the mail. Okay. So then I'm going to put some dimensionals on this second one. Okay. And then get those backings off. Now, if you're having trouble getting the backings off, there's a couple different things you can do. You can push the center and it's going to lift that up. You could also use your take your pick, right? Do you guys do this? Poke that and pick those papers up with your take your pick as well. You can do that. I don't do that very often. And see, you can tell I have a little struggle. So you can use that as well. I find that just a little push works well for me and I don't need to do much with it. So I'm sliding that up under that one. Okay. And kind of eyeballing where I want it. I want it tucked in just a little bit from the other one. So we're going to do that. Cute. All right, let's add our third large heart. Now on this one, I'm only going to put my dimensionals on this one side. This side's going to overlap the other hearts. And if you wanted to put a little liquid adhesive or something on there, you totally could do that. I don't think I need it for this one. So I'm going to put that down like that. Cute. All right, we're building. We're building. We're building. All right, let's take one of our leaves. We've got 4 leaves here. I'm going to take one of them and put a little liquid glue on it. The others we're going to dimension up. See if I can grab that. There we go. And I want to tuck this one down in if I can, just a smidge. And let's see if we can get that close to the edge there. Whoops. Liquid glue. Oh, it makes me crazy. Okay, there we go. Now, at this point, you can use, for these leaves, I find it best to either use the edges of the dimensional sheet or you could use some mini dimensionals. I'm going to show you with the edges just because I don't have minis handy. So I'm going to clip this and just pull off 2 of the edges. So know that you can use 100% of these little sheets, right? So I'm going to do this to all 3 of those. We'll just clip that along that edge. So sometimes it's nice to grab those specifically, right? They work for so many pieces. All right, so now I'm going to take the backing paper off and lay these out on my card. Let's see, how do I want this oriented? Let's do this. And how about that one? I just need to make sure I'm in far enough that I'm not past that edge, right? We don't want to go over the edge. And then let's put this other one down. Cute, 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 cute. And then one more up at the gold heart as well. tuck that under there just ever so slightly. Cute, cute, cute. I like it. I hope you guys are liking this one. All right, let's do a dimensional on this little heart. Now here again, if you wanted to cut edges or use a mini, you could totally do so. Let's see how I do here. I might have to clip that just a smidge. I got it a little close to the edge. Let's see if I clip it without cutting the element. That would be good, right? So we're going to place this one and nest that one right in there. Okay. And then let's add one more kind of right in here. So here again, I'm going to try, actually, you know what? Let's do the edge on this as well. That way I can get a little bit more to that side. Perfect. And how about right there? Cute. So I still have quite a bit of dimension going on with what I did there. You don't have to pop all those up if you don't want them popped up, right? You do what makes you happy. All right, so let's pull in. These are my pastel adhesive back sequins. These are carrying over, very exciting. So let's add a sprinkle of those on. Using my take your pick. And we'll just add a couple, just pop those on. Oops, that's on the other layer. I betcha. It is. Too funny. I thought I had it. And we'll just put that one right there. So a nice little sprinkling of those gems on there. I love these. Lots of fun. So I got a little shimmer going on, a little sparkle with my little country feel. Do you guys want to see the alternates? So like I said, one of the things we do at Maker's Mojo is we talk about, you know, what we're doing, but we also show you some other projects using the same layouts, right? Using different products. So here is one that I created using the Fancy Flora. So here I've actually cut out along the designer series paper, left it a little bit longer than the layer. Instead of popping up additional images there, I let the designer paper add that element there. And then I've added a tag, a sprinkling of some gems there. And again, same fun fold. Cute. All right, so then I went a little bit more masculine, summer beachy. And we've got this one. So this is using the By the Bay suite. So I've got my designer paper. I've added some of this twine and a few of the little birds. And then they've got a little Stella, which is where the light blue color comes in. So kind of fun there. All right. And then my fourth one pulls in the Plain in the Rain suite. So I've got a super cute little guy die cut right out of the designer paper, added a little floral. It's raining out, but he's walking along the flowers, right? Cute, super cute. And the inside there. And this one I put on Mango Melody cardstock, one of my favorites that is sadly going away. So you guys have a favorite? Let me spread them out so you can see them all. You have to let me know if you have a favorite. Oh, good. You like this one? Good. It's so easy. That's one of the things I love about it. So right now I just lost a couple things. Right now I have a class registration going on for the Country Floral Lane, or Country Bouquet is what I've called it, class to go. So that registration closes this Saturday. It is an 8-card class. It's 2 each of 4 designs, jam-packed with products. So you're going to get some of each of the 2 designer papers, both spools of ribbon, some gems, very exciting stuff going on. And you can grab that bundle if you want to add that, or you can do your own thing, right? Yes, try this fold. It is super easy. I'm glad that you like it. Good, good, good. All right. So let me show you guys. I've marked my catalog calendar. Good grief, Wendy. Catalog. So I had a request to go over the retiring colors today. So I'm going to go over this with you. If you're on my email list, you should have gotten an email, actually more than one probably, about the last chance list and the retiring colors. I didn't specifically state the colors. They are in the last chance list, but let's go through those, right? So that you guys are really clear on what colors are going away, because that list was a little crazy long. Your best bet is to really look at the online store. for items and see the current status. So as they sell out, they disappear. If they're on, if they are going to come back, they're going to be listed as currently not available, but you'll be able to order them again at some point. If they say retiring, once they're gone, they're gone. All right, so let's go through colors. So polished pink, pale papaya, evening evergreen, and soft succulent are all going away. So these are part of the 2021-2023 in colors. Fresh Freesia is staying. It's becoming part of our core color collection, okay? Now, I've got some S's marked. You may or may not be able to see this on the screen. So some things are already sold out. So for example, polished pink, ink pad, and re-inker are sold out. The re-inkers actually for all 4 of these colors are sold out. The blends are sold out in the soft succulent color. So you've got some items that are disappearing pretty quickly. So if there's any of them that you want to get those ordered right away. All right, same thing. We've got Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay, and Pacific Point that are retiring out of the brights. Again, we've got some cardstocks that are gone, some ink pads that are gone, some refills that are gone. All right. And that makes me sad that Mango Melody is going away, but super happy that Fresh Freesia is making the new color collection. All right, next page. We've got Mary Merlot, Soft Swig, can you believe it? And Sahara Sand all going away. All right. And then Rich Razzleberry. And that one's actually sold out. So there is no more cardstock, ink pads, or ink refills available for Rich Razzleberry. And then in the subtles, we've got Blushing Bride, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, and Mint Macaron are all retiring. Okay. So that's it. Those are the colors that are going away. Lots of change, right? And then you'll be able to see the new colors in the new catalog. Let's see, Janet, what was did you have a question? Oh, good. You like the thank you card and the beach card. Yep. And the rain paper. Wish you could do Mojo this month, but you'll be in Dallas. Totally get that, Janet. So if you're not available to participate live, and I'm not sure if you've earned the event for free as a team member or not, you'll have to remind me, but there are recordings. So you can always go back and watch later. You don't have to participate live if you don't, if that doesn't fit into your world at the time. So hopefully all that makes sense. All right, questions on anything? If you guys have any questions, leave me a note in the chat here, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I think that's it. All right. Oh, good. You love Pear Pizzazz. I know. So stock up on that. Definitely stock up on your favorite colors before they're gone. And when you guys place an order through me, you can choose items from my awesome April retired stash. Yay. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next